Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Gold Rush, the game from the End Way is Beastly. Apologies for the delay, I didn't have any recorded as of the last couple of days because I've been at work. So as soon as I finished yesterday, started recording this. As you can see, we are now into summer, not long until autumn. And I've got, 30 grand sat there, but 0 ounces of gold. I've still got that massive mountain of debt. And I've started getting more stuff from my tier 3. I've attached a couple of clips to the end of this video and you'll see the struggles I went through to try and actually get that shit in place. So let's get this gold cleaned out. See what we actually get from an 8 bucket cleanup from that massive pit over there. And while that's doing that, I thought I'd just share a dad joke or two with you. So I can already practically hear some eyes rolling already. So let's start. So, did you hear about the guy who invented the knock knock joke? He won the Nobel Prize. I can already hear the sighs and the groans. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so what about the next one? Who invented King Arthur's Round Table? Any ideas? It was Circumference. Last one, I promise. 2 peanuts walking down a road. One was assaulted. I know you may not like them. I find them hysterical. I tell them quite a few times at work and I normally get told to shut up quite often. All great fun. Anyway, where are we up to now? We are now up to 7.7 ounces. That's not bad. How many buckets have I done? I'm going to guess that's number 3 I've got in my hand. No, it's number 4. Oh, that's not much good of a cleanup. Interesting. I've actually slept since then, so I was so knackered yesterday I can't actually remember much of it. It's not good. See, the thing is, I need roughly, I'd say, 20 ounces to stay afloat and pay all my costs. I'm getting very little profit from it because of the 30% bloody, the lease. Not the lease, what do I mean? Royalties, that's it. The loyalty rate from to Old Arnold, it's bloody ridiculous. It's 30% of whatever I find. So even if I smelt it and spend it, I still end up losing that 30% to him, and it's a pain in the arse. I'm still in two minds whether I want to actually buy out the claim. I know I've mentioned this before in a couple of the other videos, but yeah, I think it might be more ideal just to carry on setting up with a better wash plant, dig everything out, and then invest the money in the next claim. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go for, to be honest. Of course, it all depends on how much cash I've got and the lease rate of it. So we shall see on that, because I know it's not going to be probably for another month or 2 before I move on to another claim, because I want to mine out all of what's at Old Arnold. There is some good gold there, and there's other bits where you may as well just sell the dirt because there's bugger all in it, really. Okay, I think we're on the last bucket now, aren't we? We're at nearly 20 ounces. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Come on, tip the bucket in. There we go. Yeah, that was the last one. I'm quite happy with getting over 20 ounces. Can't wait to get the rest of my tier 3 setup down. I'm so close in the game. It's just costing a lot of money, and obviously I'm having to watch what I'm spending, so I'm having to save. So at the same time I can pay back the bank what I owe. I've got it down to over half of what I owe now, so I am doing better on it. It's just the machinery, without being able to take out another loan, it's so expensive. But at the end of the day, I don't have another loan yet to pay off. I probably am going to have to get a loan for possibly a dump truck, because they're expensive at the moment. But I know the best time to buy any kind of stuff from the big heavy plant yard is actually like the second to last day of winter, because the prices will go quite cheap then. And then obviously you'll need your setup times for that, so you don't want to be spending ages of stuck fixing machinery that's going to be broken when the next season starts up, or when spring comes back around, really. and I don't know whether I'm going to need enough money to actually survive the winter in the hotel, and that's it, because I've got 3 members of staff now, which isn't actually on this save because I did it after them. So I don't know whether I've got enough wages to keep the staff on for however long the winter season will last, and to pay the loan. So ideally I want to try and get that loan paid off, so I'm trying to save up to just clear that out of the way, so when winter rolls round I can just start digging again, get me gold, and hey ho. So this is one of the first moving videos that I've done, so it took me ages to figure out how to get the cables attached on this bugger. As you can see, it's the first thing I've actually ever moved on it. Not too successfully either, because I'm trying to figure out how I can get it all up into the air so it's not dragging. And I did have to turn off turned off machine breakages purely for the fact I didn't want to risk this breaking in transport, and it saves me a bit of cash as well. Bugger, stuck on a fence. So I recorded this one a couple of days before I recorded the gold clean out that you've just seen, and it's been sat on my computer files. Now, I was going to do a complete tier 3 setup. There was bits I haven't actually recorded, but there are bits that are self-explanatory that don't need a video for everything. And yeah, oh shit, it's caught again, look at that. It's a good job I did turn machine breakages off, otherwise I'd be screwed on this. Okay, what can I do? What can I do? I can practically hear myself saying this while I did the recording. Nope. Nope. I need to extend the bucket. Come on, numbnuts. That's not good either. So I had the brilliant idea, if I remember right, of trying to back up instead. Yes, I did. I'm just going to drag it there. Okay. What a bell end. Don't do it like I did. Extend the bucket out because it does lift higher. Got to be careful with the cables as well, because I found even with no breakages mode, I've actually managed to snap quite a few. Oh, look, you can see. There we go. I've got it. Hey! It's only taken out bloody long. What a knob. So, yeah, you drag it up to that highlighted bit over there, and now I've got to figure out how to try and swing it into place now. Because I didn't attach it right. So instead of going at the side, I've gone like front on attachment. I shouldn't have done it, I should have done it sideways on, so I've got to figure a way around it now. And I'm thinking down that side. There's only 7 more bits I've got to get for the wash plant now. I've got to get what do you call it now? Not a gravel pump. I can't think what it's called. Anyway, it's about 40 grand. It goes after the sluice boxes. God, what is it called? I can't remember, but you will see a video of it because I'll have nearly everything set up then. I've got to get duplex jig. That's what it is. Or duplex jig. Got to get one of them. I've already got my giant fuel tank. I'll do a video on how you need to fuel that up because it took me quite a while to figure that out. And I've also got to get the big power generators. Well, just one big power. Is it no power generator? Yes, it is. The big box with all the switches in for the wash plants. Got to get one of them. They're expensive. And the rock truck, and probably another digger. So I think I've got to upgrade the crane. That's going to be another 50 grand on its own. Then the rock truck, depending what time of the year I buy it, it's probably going to be, well, it's going to be at least 150 grand, I reckon. And I've got on top of that the power box, power generator thing is probably going to be another 100-odd thousand. So you can see I'm either going to have to take out another massive loan or spend another year's worth of time mining at Old Arnold, by which time I probably would have lost a lot of gold through using the tier 2 setup anyway. It's going to be a pain in the arse. Anyway, I'm trying to get the 4-meter cables to stretch, and I can't get them to. Because on the bell end, and I didn't get extra long cables. Does this work? I had issues not just with trying to attach them, but with how to place these ones. You will see them coming up. Look, see, I'm still having issues with it now. Let's just get them attached on one side. First of all. There we are, that'll do. Not decking around with cables all day. I want to say a special hello and thank you to our new subscribers as well. Keep it coming, guys. We want to try and get to 1,000 subscribers if we can. It's great to see the channel still growing, so I want to thank everyone who has subscribed. And don't forget just to drop us a comment if you fancy a natter, whether you want to tell us we're good, we're shit, whatever. We're always online at some point, so we will get it. And we are on Facebook as well. If you search for Beast and Beastly, it should come up with our Facebook page as well. I will put a link below in the description box as well. Maybe I'll straighten that up. I make a bit of a cock of myself with this one. Because what I've tried to do is to shove it in a stupid place. You can see where it needs to go. It's the yellow bit. This is the sluice box. But me being me, I don't actually think. What I did instead, and you can probably guess where I'm going to go with this, because that's where they need to go, that yellow highlighted strip right there. I thought, hey, let's shift all the gear I've got there and let's try it that way instead. I've sold the dozer, by the way. No use for it at the moment. I don't like it. It's a bit buggy and it gets stuck way too easy. I sold it. I got 30 odd grand for it. Yeah, and I was in massive debt, so I had to sell something to get out of it. It worked. I mean, I only got 35 grand for it, but it cleared me out of debt, so I could sell my gold without having to sell the ore for too cheap of a price. Here we go. Just got to shift everything again. I do end up putting everything back. It's just a pain in the arse, this bit is. I'm just trying to find. See, look. No, I'm not even looking at this, but I'm just trying to focus on getting through there. And it's not even going to marry up anyway. I mean, look. That's sideways. It needs to go lengthways. It's just sheer stupidity on my part. There's no point in lowering it, dickhead. You need to go above. It's always fun critiquing yourself once you've actually done a video. You've got to do the narration for it as well. Realise what a cock you look like when you're doing it. Come on, plug everything back in. No, okay, we're shifting this as well. Got to remember which bucket is which for this as well. That's my magnetite. One thing I have actually discovered talking about magnetite now with me collecting it and using it to upgrade my blacksmith, which by the way it was our latest Gold Rush release. It was the one previous to this video. Is that I could sell it. It's quite valuable, surprisingly. I think it's about $8 an ounce I can sell it for. I was quite impressed. I can just save it up. And then if I'm broke ass skint, then I can just sell that instead of having to sell the gold, or if I haven't already got any money, you know. Brilliant. Look, you see, I'm getting frustrated now. You can see. What a knob. Come on. You know, there was actually quite a funny moment a couple of videos ago. The days that we posted the Out Off All Day hanging vinyl door and the one previous to that, the beast actually come back into town. Look at me swinging that low. And he had a go with this, and by God did we end up bitching at each other. He's saying I should use an Xbox controller or an emulator or something similar to this. I don't want to. I prefer using my keyboard controls. I mean, is there anyone actually out there who does use the Xbox controllers or any kind of controller instead of the actual keyboard? I'd like to know, do you find it any easier? Because I'm not personally going to change it myself. I quite like using my keyboard setup. I prefer it that way. That's what I've learned, and I really don't want to have to learn a new method. But I mean, obviously each to their own, but by God almighty did we end up bitching at each other. Should have recorded that. That was some bloody good fun. And he can't dig for shit. I mean, he says he's thinking of maybe getting it if it comes out on console. I mean, we are supposed to be getting this out on console. I'd rather it be on PC myself. I've always liked PC gaming. I've just never had a system that's been decent enough to run anything until as of the last couple of months. See, now, what am I stuck on now? Am I stuck on the water pump or the relay box or something? No? What was I stuck on there? Nothing! That's a bullshit. Right, so now that Brainiac has finally kicked in, we realise we can't do anything there, and we will be moving it up to the top. That's a slow and arduous journey. I decorated my pickup truck as well. I quite like that. Would have preferred it to have been all over, you know, make a bit of a statement. Off we go, diddly diddly dee. I wish these bleeding things moved quicker, you know. They're a pain in the arse sometimes. See, what's it caught on now? Or is it just struggling? I think it was struggling then. I mean, nausea is actually getting better whilst I'm playing this, and it's getting longer and longer in between me needing to actually have a travel sickness tablet. I didn't take one at all yesterday, and I was on it for roughly 3, maybe 4 hours before I got the first hint of nausea. I didn't think that was too bad, that. I'm getting much more used to it. Right, so, are we going to get one in place here, or am I just going to dangle it hopelessly? You can tell I'm properly pissed off by it. Trying to get it swinging in the right direction. I don't know why I dragged it out there. Oh, right, I want to mess with the cables. Okay. Right, okay, what am I doing here? I'd forgotten about this. Am I just leaving one cable on? I'm not, am I? Oh, no, I'm touching it there. Right, okay. Ah, there is method in my madness. Is it going to go? Is it going to fit? That's the thing. Is it going to fit? Or should I have attached it at the other end? Well, let's give it a try anyway. Let's try. Bring it back a bit, forward, back, forward, back. Oh, there we are. We're in. Alley, bloody looya. Right. Let's back up and get the other bastard fitted. I think this is where I end up snapping my cables. Yep, there we go. Snapped 2 of them. What a knob. I think at this point I didn't really give a shit. I was that wound up with everything. But you live and you learn. Because this was my first time ever shifting something using the excavator and the steel cables as well. I'll just leave him there, can't be arsed. And there's the hog pan site, that lovely first bit. Well, I wouldn't say lovely, a pain in the arse bit. It's all still there. Oh, hang on, we've got a bit of lag going on. Righty ho. Guys, so this is the second sluice box. I had to cut out a bit where it was it recorded some lag in the game, otherwise it just would have been jumping, and that really irritates me. So as you can see, I've still only got those 2 cables left. My method is improving. I am getting better at fitting the components. Well, at least I think I am. Stretch the bucket out, that's why it's not moving. Oh, for God's sake. Perhaps not, I spoke a bit too early. Oh, come on. Edge it across, there we go. Come on. Oh, is it? Is it? Is it? Come on. There we go, it's finally fitted. And Christ for that. Right. So, we will move on to something very shortly that I recorded this morning before I started recording this and editing. There we are. Make sure I back away first so I don't rip any more cables. There we go. All done. Right, let's move on to the next beast, the most important bit. It is the trommel. So it's old Arnold's trommel. I don't know if it was necessarily the cheapest, but yeah, it was alright. Okay, kind of lost me segments there, guys. Got a phone call, so I had to stop recording. Anyway, back to it. So these cables are new. They are 7 meters long, and it's a good job I actually got them, because the 4 meter ones, they never would have. I don't think they would have attached. So I'm not even going to try it with them. What I do now is I just keep them in the back of the truck. I'm not finding about keeping them in storage. I'll just keep them in the truck because I'm probably going to need them more often than not at the moment. There we go. Let's get the last bugger attached. Clunk and clunk. There we go. Right, let's get this beast on the move. There we go. Come on, raise it up. And again, and again. At this point I was actually wondering whether these cables were too long and I should use the 4 meter ones. Until... there we go, it lives! It's alive! Right, let's get moving. Which way do I swing? Let's swing this way and bash the car. There we go. And up to that shining beacon of light. One thing I actually experienced for the first time yesterday in this game, it was a thunderstorm, and I didn't know you could actually get them on this. And when I saw the first bit of light, I thought, what the bloody hell was that? And then the thunder rolled in, and I got a bit excited. It was surprisingly realistic. The sounds were, anyway. The lightning, not so much. It was just like someone had a strobe light going on, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Didn't enjoy the fact it lasted for 12 bleeding hours because I was sick of it by that point. 12 hours in game time, that is, not in our time. Otherwise I would have been blowing my guts everywhere that length of time playing this with no travel sickness tablets. Good God. Now, this one I do actually manage to fit quite successfully. I haven't got any other bits for the wash plant as of yet, if I remember right. I don't think I do anyway. There are other bits I'm going to get, but small bits and bobs, as I've already said earlier in the vid, but just got to get that money for them. Right, let's get this in a good place. Let's hope I don't snap any of these cables on the concrete wall, eh? Let's hope I've got the bloody connections the right way around as well. Yeah, I have. Thanks for that. And lower. Retract the bucket a bit more. There we go. Trommel is in place. So that is all from the Only Way is Beastly, playing Gold Rush the game and installing some tier 3 stuff and having a bit of a gold clean out as well. So stay tuned for more. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to help us get to 1,000 subscribers. See you later, guys. Bye bye.